I built the life she couldn't wait for. Now I watch the city from above. Built the life she couldn't wait for. Now I watch the city from above. Back when all I had were plans and a dream nobody could touch. You wanted results immediately. I was asking for trust. Every late night felt endless. Every setback felt personal. Every closed door felt permanent. Every win felt impossible. But I kept going while the world kept doubting. And every lonely evening became another brick in the foundation. Now these lights below me look like proof of persistence. Not perfection, just resistance. You left before the harvest. You left during the rain, and that's okay. That's okay. I built the life she couldn't wait for. Brick by brick, night by night. I built the life she couldn't wait for. Through every sacrifice, I built the life she couldn't wait for. Now the view is finally clear. Funny how everything arrived the moment I stopped looking in the rear. Night by night, yeah, night by night. Everybody celebrates success, nobody celebrates endurance. Nobody posts the lonely nights or the fear behind the courage. I remember sitting in my car wondering if I was enough. Now I sit above the skyline knowing I survived the rough. The money isn't what I'm proud of, the peace is, the freedom is, the discipline is, the fact I stay committed when quitting would have been easier. That's the win. Some people see potential, some people need proof, and by the time proof arrives, they're already gone. I built the life she couldn't wait for. Brick by brick, night by night. I built the life she couldn't wait for. Through every sacrifice, oh, I built the life she couldn't wait for. Now the view is finally clear. Funny how everything arrived the moment I stopped looking in the rear. Maybe timing matters more than feelings. Maybe belief matters more than promises. Maybe the right people stay through the process, not just the outcome. No bitterness, no revenge, no need to prove a point, just appreciation for every obstacle that made me stronger. I built the life she couldn't wait for. Brick by brick, night by night. I built the life she couldn't wait for. Through every sacrifice, I built the life she couldn't wait for. Now the view is finally clear. Funny how everything arrived the moment I stopped looking in the rear. No, the moment I stopped looking in the rear. I built the life she couldn't wait for. Night by night, yeah. Night by night. Fade peace when she left me. Never thought I'd say that. I found peace where she left me. Never thought I'd say that. Back when every empty room echoed with your name. Back when every midnight drive ended in the same pain. I thought healing meant replacing everything we used to be. Turns out healing was remembering without losing me. The city still shines the same outside this window tonight, but something changed inside me and finally made it right. I stopped fighting reality, stopped arguing with the past, and the moment I accepted it, the weight didn't last. The hardest part wasn't losing you. The hardest part was finding me again. I found peace where she left me, right in the middle of the pain. I found strength where she broke me, in sunlight after rain. Everybody wants closure, nobody wants patience. Everybody wants answers, nobody wants transformation. I spent too many nights looking for meaning in the loss. Then I realized the lesson was becoming my own boss. Now my focus feels cleaner, my standards sit higher, my future feels brighter, and my purpose burns like fire. Not because I forgot you, because I finally remember myself. There's a difference. Sometimes life removes people to return you to yourself. I found peace where she left me, right in the middle of the pain. I found strength where she broke me, in sunlight after rain. I found peace where she left me, that's the part nobody sees. Sometimes what feels like the ending is where your freedom begins. Maybe the loss was the gift, maybe the wound was the teacher. Maybe the silence was preparing me for a better future. Maybe every closed door was protecting something greater than I could understand. Just best revenge was disappearing, not explaining where I went. The best revenge was disappearing, not explaining where I went. No dramatic goodbye, no speeches, no final argument. I just stopped showing up where I wasn't appreciated. Stopped watering places where nothing ever grew. Stopped losing sleep trying to convince people of the truth. Now the skyline shines different when your conscience feels clean. Funny how peace arrives the moment you stop being seen. I used to think revenge meant proving something. Now I know it means moving on. The best revenge was disappearing, building a life nobody expected. The best revenge was disappearing and becoming someone respected. No loud announcements, no public victories, just broke so undeniable it rewrote the history. The best revenge was disappearing. Disappearing. Everybody wants attention until they discover peace. Everybody wants recognition until they finally feel complete. I stopped chasing explanations, stopped chasing apologies, stopped needing closure from people who couldn't give it honestly. Now my energy feels expensive, my focus feels protected, my circle feels smaller, and somehow life feels perfected. Not because everything worked out, because I learned to adapt. Every closed door redirected me, and I never looked back. Sometimes silence says more than any speech ever could. The best revenge was disappearing, building a life nobody expected. The best revenge was disappearing, becoming someone respected. No loud announcements, no public victories, just growth so undeniable it rewrote the history. The best revenge was disappearing. Maybe winning isn't defeating people. Maybe winning is defeating old habits. Maybe success isn't being noticed. Maybe success is being at peace when nobody's watching. No resentment, no bitterness, no score to settle, just purpose, just discipline. Was disappearing. The best revenge was disappearing. Yeah. Fade away. Fade away. She loves She left, but somehow the peace stayed. Funny how life works that way. I used to think losing you would leave me with nothing to say. Now the city lights feel different through these floor-to-ceiling windows. No more checking my phone, no more staring at old photos. The air feels lighter, the nights feel clearer. The silence used to scare me, now I hear myself better. I won't lie, there are nights I miss your voice, but every time I look back, I remember why I made that choice. She left, the peace stayed, the pressure left with her name. No more storms inside my chest, no more carrying the weight. She left, the peace stayed. Maybe that's the saddest thing. The day I stopped needing us was the day I started healing. Peace stayed, yeah. Peace stayed. Everybody saw the chemistry, nobody saw the damage. Everybody loved the pictures, nobody knew the habits. Love shouldn't feel like war, love shouldn't feel like survival. If I have to lose myself, then what's the point of the title? Now I move slower, think deeper, speak less, sleep better. Funny how walking away can make a man stronger forever. Sometimes I still wonder what would have happened if we stayed. Then I remember the price we paid. She left, the peace stayed, the pressure left with her name. No more storms inside my chest, no more carrying the weight. She left, the peace stayed. And maybe that's the saddest thing. The day I stopped needing us was the day I started healing. The peace stayed. I used to pray, come back, now I pray I never go backwards. I used to fear being alone, now I fear losing my growth. Oh, maybe that's maturity, maybe that's wisdom, maybe that's finally understanding the difference between love and attachment. No resentment, no revenge, no unfinished business, just acceptance and a quiet heart, watching the city breathe. She left, the peace stayed, the pressure left with her name. No more storms inside my chest, no more carrying the weight. She left, the peace stayed. And maybe that's the saddest thing. The day I stopped needing us was the day I started healing. The day I stopped needing us. Oh, the day I started healing. Peace stayed. Yeah, the peace stayed. Fade away. Fade away. and it still don't feel like you. I got everything I prayed for, and it still don't feel like you. Top floor, living city, shining through the room. New watch on my wrist, new view from the suite. But every now and then, your memory pulls up next to me. Everybody sees the highlights, nobody sees the cost. Nobody saw the nights I spent rebuilding what we lost. Now my circle's smaller, my stand is higher, my peace protected, my heart retired. I used to think love was something to chase. Now I know the right thing never forces its place. I'm too rich to be lonely, too blessed to be broken, too focused on my future, to keep living in the moments that already passed me by. Already said goodbye. I'm too rich to be lonely, even when I'm alone tonight. I remember all the promises made under neon skies, back when forever sounded easy, back before the compromise. You wanted attention, I wanted peace. You wanted answers, I needed release. Sometimes good people meet at the wrong time and spend years wondering why. Now I sip slow, think less, move calm, talk less, and every lesson made me stronger. Every scar became progress. I don't need another chance to prove my worth. The man I became already did the work. I'm too rich to be lonely, too blessed to be broken, too focused on my future, to keep living in the moments that already passed me by. Already said goodbye. I'm too rich to be lonely, even when I'm alone tonight. Maybe I was never meant to keep you. Maybe I was meant to learn from you. Maybe every ending has a purpose. Maybe pain was something I outgrew, and now the silence feels expensive, and now the peace feels like success. And now I finally understand. Less noise, less stress. No chasing, no proving, no begging to be chosen. Just gratitude and a heart that's finally open. I'm too rich to be lonely, too blessed to be broken, too focused on my future, to keep living in the moments that already passed me by. Already say goodbye. I'm too rich to be lonely, even when I'm alone tonight. Even when I'm alone tonight. I'm too rich to be lonely. I'm too rich to be lonely. Yeah. The man she left doesn't exist anymore, and neither does the pain. The man she left doesn't exist anymore, and neither does the pain. I barely recognize the version standing in those old picture frames. Back when I needed answers, back when I needed closure, back when every text from you could change my whole composure. Now the city's glowing underneath me, like a map of where I've been. Every loss became direction, every wound became discipline. I stopped asking why you left and started asking who I'd become. That's when everything changed, that's when the healing really begun. The time was fixing me, but it wasn't time alone. It was the work I did when nobody was home. The man she left doesn't exist anymore. The nights got shorter, the peace got stronger, the weight fell off my shoulders. The man she left wouldn't recognize me now, and honestly, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. Somehow proud of that. Yeah. Proud of that. Everybody sees the outcome, nobody sees the transformation. Nobody hears the conversations I had with my reflection. I learned to sit with loneliness without calling it a curse. Learned that self-respect increases every kind of worth. The penthouse isn't what changed me, the money isn't why I grew. Growth happened in the quiet, when there was nothing left to prove. And every time I look backwards, I don't feel regret, I just see a younger man doing his best. Some endings destroy you, some endings rebuild you. The difference is what you choose to do after them. The man she left doesn't exist anymore. The nights got shorter, the peace got stronger, the weight fell off my shoulders. The man she left wouldn't recognize me now, and honestly, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of that. Maybe losing her was finding myself. Maybe the collapse was part of the construction. Maybe every closed door protected a future I couldn't see. No bitterness, no revenge, no desire to be understood, just gratitude for the struggle that turned me into something new. The man she left doesn't exist anymore. The nights got shorter, the peace got stronger, the weight fell off my shoulders. The man she left wouldn't recognize me now, and honestly, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. doesn't exist anymore. Ooh, proud of that. Yeah. Fade away. Fade away. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Now the city knows my name. I became everything they said I wouldn't. And now the city knows my name. Back when I was louder than every dream I had. Back when people laughed politely at the plans inside my head. They said, be realistic. They said, lower your expectations. They never understood the power of dedication. I spent nights alone, building something nobody could see, while everybody else was sleeping. I was becoming me. Now the skyline glows beneath me, like proof that patience pays. And every closed door in my past quietly helped create this place. The funny thing about belief is nobody notices until it works. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Turned every doubt into momentum. I became everything they said I couldn't. Now my peace is expensive, and my focus is priceless. I became everything they never saw coming. Never saw coming. Never saw coming. Funny how success changes conversations. Funny how silence becomes respect. Funny how people start believing after you've already placed the bet. I don't hold grudges, I don't keep score. The only thing I compete with is who I was before. The watch is nicer, the view is higher, but that's not why I'm proud. The real victory happened the day I stopped needing the crowd. The strongest validation comes from keeping promises to yourself. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Turned every doubt into momentum. I became everything they said I couldn't. Now my peace is expensive, and my focus is priceless. I became everything I never saw coming. Maybe the reason they doubted was because they couldn't see it. Maybe the reason I succeeded was because I believed it when nobody else did. No proving people wrong, just proving myself right. One day at a time. I became everything they said I wouldn't. Turned every doubt into momentum. I became everything they said I couldn't. Now my peace is expensive, and my focus is priceless. I became everything they never saw coming. No, they never saw coming. I became everything they said found someone, I found myself, and somehow I think I won. She found someone, I found myself, and somehow I think I won. I remember when I heard the news, thought it hit me harder than it does. Thought I'd spend another year trying to replace what was. Instead I sat alone one night, watching headlights cross the rain, and realized the man I used to be would never be the same. Not because of heartbreak, not because of pain, cause somewhere in the process I finally changed. The city kept moving, the seasons kept turning, and every lesson life delivered became something worth learning. I won't pretend it didn't hurt, but pain and growth often share the same door. She found someone, I found myself, and maybe that's the better ending. She found comfort, I found purpose, and a peace worth protecting. I stopped searching for what left and started building what remains. She found someone, I found myself, and nothing's been the same. Nothing's been the same. Everybody thinks the victory is finding somebody new. Nobody talks about the power of becoming someone true. I learned to enjoy my own company, learned to trust my own pace, learned that validation loses value when self-respect takes its place. Now the penthouse feels peaceful, not empty. The silence feels earned, not lonely. The mirror finally reflects a man I recognize completely. Oh, maybe closure isn't getting answers, maybe closure is becoming better. Maybe moving on is remembering without returning. She found someone, I found myself, and maybe that's the better ending. She found comfort, I found purpose, and a peace worth protecting. I stopped searching for what left and started building what remains. She found someone, I found myself, and nothing's been the same. And nothing's been the same. Maybe we both got what we needed, just in different forms. Maybe life was never choosing sides. Maybe life was helping us transform. I wish you happiness, I wish me growth, and somehow both can exist. No jealousy, no comparison, no competition, just gratitude for every version of me that survived the transition. She found someone, I found myself, and maybe that's the better ending. She found comfort, I found purpose, and a peace worth protecting. I stopped searching myself, and nothing's been the same. No, nothing's been the same. From someone I found myself. Found myself. Yeah. Fade away. I still see your shadow when the city goes quiet. I still see your shadow when the city goes quiet. Penthouse view, but the room feels private. Everybody thinks I'm living the dream. Nobody knows what I left behind me. Used to keep your number in my favorites. Now I keep my distance and my patience. Funny how the things I thought I needed turn into the reasons I was breaking. The champagne cold, the skyline glowing, the memories fade, but the lessons stay. Sometimes I miss the way you looked at me before the love became a liability. And sometimes I wonder what we'd be. Then reality reminds me, shadows don't text back. That's the truth. Some people become memories, not something to pursue. Shadows don't text back, and neither do mistakes. I learned that letting go can be another form of fate. Shadows don't text back, so I stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Late night driving with nowhere to be, just me and the thoughts underneath. Streetlights passing like old conversations. Every one of them losing meaning. You were comfort, you were danger, you were everything between. But every beautiful illusion eventually reveals the seams. Now I sleep better, think clear and move slower, speak less, and somehow life feels lighter without carrying the stress. I don't hate you, I don't blame you, I just finally understand. Not every ending needs repairing. Some endings are the plan. Shadows don't text back. It's the truth. Some people become memories, not something to pursue. Shadows don't text back, and neither do mistakes. I learned that letting go can be another form of fate. Shadows don't text back, so I stop waiting. Maybe losing you was finding me. Maybe walking away was setting me free. Maybe every closed door protected something greater. Maybe everything happened exactly how it should. No anger, no regret, no messages unsent. Just a man learning peace is worth more than attention. Shadows don't text back. fade away. She was waiting for results while I was becoming one. She was waiting for results while I was becoming one. Back when all I had was vision and the future still undone. You wanted proof in your hands, I only had belief. You wanted certainty, I was learning how to lead. The city felt so far away back when I was on the ground. Now the skyline knows my story. Hey, every light a different chapter now. I remember every sacrifice, every night I almost quit, every moment life was testing whether I was built for this. Most people love the outcome, few people love the process. That's the difference. She was waiting for results, I was becoming one. She was counting finished victories, I was building from none. She was waiting for proof, I was learning how to trust. Now the life I once imagined looks back at who I was. She was waiting for results, I was becoming one. Becoming one, becoming one, yeah. Becoming one. Funny how success arrives quietly after years of noise. Funny how confidence appears after enough difficult choices. Everybody wants the penthouse, nobody wants the pressure. Everybody loves the finish line, nobody loves the effort. Now my peace feels expensive, my focus feels rare, and every goal I prayed for feels a little closer here. Not because life got easier, because I became stronger. The man I needed finally caught up with the dream. The reward was never the money, the reward was becoming me. She was waiting for results, oh, I was becoming one. She was counting finished victories, I was building from none. She was waiting for proof, I was learning how to trust. Now the life I once imagined looks back at who I was. She was waiting for results, I was becoming one. Is invisible while it's being built. Maybe the strongest foundations are buried underneath. Maybe belief is staying committed before the world understands. No resentment, no proving, no need for recognition, just discipline and the satisfaction of keeping promises to myself. She's waiting for results, I was becoming one. She was counting finished victories, I was building from none. She was waiting for proof, I was learning how to trust. Now the life I once imagined looks back at who I was. She was waiting for results, becoming one. Yeah. Fade away. The night I stopped needing her was the night I found myself. The night I stopped needing her was the night I found myself. Rain falling on the glass, city lights melting into gold. Same skyline, same apartment, different soul. I remember reaching for my phone, then putting it back down for the first time. The silence didn't feel like drowning, it felt like solid ground. Something shifted, something settled, something finally let go. And in that quiet moment, I became someone I didn't know. I spent years trying to keep us alive and forgot to keep myself alive. The night I stopped needing her, the world got bigger somehow. The weight got lighter, the air got clearer, and I could finally breathe now. The night I stopped needing her, I stopped abandoning me, and that's the kind of freedom nobody else can give or take away. Take away. Take away. Funny how attachment disguises itself as love sometimes. Funny how peace arrives the moment you stop trying. Everybody talks about heartbreak, nobody talks about dependence. Nobody talks about the courage required to break it. Now my mornings belong to me, my focus belongs to me, my future belongs to me, and that's a beautiful thing to see. The city still remembers every version of me, but tonight I'm meeting the one I was supposed to be. Maybe healing begins when need becomes choice, and choice becomes peace. The night I stopped needing her, the world got bigger somehow. The weight got lighter, the air got clearer, and I could finally breathe now. The night I stopped needing her, I stopped abandoning me, and that's the kind of freedom nobody else can give up or take away. Maybe the strongest love is the one you give yourself. Maybe the strongest man is the one who's comfortable alone. Maybe what I lost was never meant to stay. Maybe what I found was me. No chasing, no waiting, no hoping she'll return. Just peace, just growth, and lessons finally learned. The night I stopped needing her, the world got bigger somehow. The weight got lighter, the air got clearer, and I could finally breathe now. The night I stopped needing her, I stopped abandoning me, and that's the kind of freedom nobody else can give up watched me lose, never saw me win. It's the irony of timing. Ooh, she lost me close. She watched me lose, never saw me win. It's the irony of timing. Back when every plan felt fragile, back when every dollar mattered, back when confidence was something I had to rebuild after it shattered. No, you saw the pressure, you saw the setbacks, you saw the nights I couldn't sleep, but you never saw the moment everything finally clicked for me. Now the skyline glows beneath me like a dream that refused to die, and every scar I carry feels like proof I survived. Some people know your struggle, some people know your success, very few know both. She watched me lose, never saw me win, never saw the comeback after everything caved in. She watched me fall, never saw me rise. Now I'm looking at the city from a different side of life. She watched me lose, saw me win. Never saw me win. Funny how life works, funny how stories change, funny how the people who leave never see who you became. I don't hold it against you, maybe it wasn't your role. Maybe some people leave so you can finally grow. The money came later, the peace came first. The success felt smaller than discovering my worth. That's the part nobody talks about, that's the hidden reward. Learning to love yourself without needing applause. I stopped chasing validation, and everything changed. She watched me lose, never saw me win, never saw the comeback after everything caved in. She watched me fall, never saw me rise. Now I'm looking at the city from a different side of life. She watched me lose, never saw me win. Maybe some victories I'm meant to be proud of. Maybe some growth happens in silence. Maybe the people who doubted were never supposed to witness the transformation. No anger, no need to be seen, no need to explain. The results already speak. She watched me lose, never saw me win, never saw the comeback after everything caved in. She watched me fall, never saw me rise. Now I'm looking at the city from a different side of life. She watched me lose, never saw me win. No, no, never saw me win. She watched me lose, never saw me win. Never saw me win. Yeah. Fade away, fade away. Fade away. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. Back when the future looked distant and every step felt uncertain, you wanted guarantees, I was still out here earning. The nights were getting longer, the pressure getting heavier, but every sacrifice was building something bigger than forever. You looked at the mountain and turned around. I looked at the mountain and started climbing. Now the city glows below me, like a map of every mile, and every scar reminds me why the struggle was worthwhile. The hardest roads usually lead to the best view. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. She chose comfort. I chose becoming everything they said I'd never be. She chose the shortcut. I chose the journey. Now the distance tells the truth. Some people want the shelter. Some people want the view. Funny how growth feels lonely before it feels rewarding. Funny how discipline hurts before it starts transforming. Everybody loves the outcome, nobody loves the process. Nobody celebrates consistency until it starts looking like success. Now my focus feels expensive, my energy feels protected, my standards sit higher and my future feels respected. Not because life got easier, because I got stronger. There's a difference. The road that built me was never meant to be easy. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. She chose comfort. I chose becoming everything they said I'd never be. She chose the shortcut. I chose the journey. Now the distance tells the truth. Some people want the shelter. Some people want the view, view, view. Maybe comfort has a price. Maybe growth has one too. The difference is only one of them leaves you proud of who you became. No regret, no resentment, no need to compare past. Just gratitude for the road that made me who I am. She chose the easy road. I chose the one that changed me. She chose comfort. I chose becoming everything they said I'd never be. She chose the shortcut. I chose the journey. Now the distance tells the truth. Some people want the shelter. Some people want the view. Some people want the view. She chose the easy want the view. Fade away. Fade away.